and gentlemen, hello and welcome to our English news edition coming to you from Canal, Algérie. I'm your host, Maysa Doumas. To the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, receives the Burundi Foreign Affairs Minister Albert Chingero. A successful operation carried out by the National People's Army as part of fighting terrorism in the province of Kulu, and the ANP Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Saeed Shingriha pays an inspection visit to the unit behind this lofty deed. And the province of Oran launches the official countdown for the Mediterranean Games in a festive atmosphere. Those are today's headlines. First in our news, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received in Algiers the Burundian Foreign Affairs Minister Albert Chingero. The audience took place in the presence of the Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad Minister Ramtan Al-Amamra and the Private Secretary General Abdelaziz Khalaf. Following the audience, the Burundian Foreign Affairs Minister Albert Chingero made the following statement to the press.
I had the honor to be received by the President. As you know, we are here for a particular purpose, namely to consolidate cooperation and the brotherly and friendly bonds existing between Burundi and Algeria. Today's warm welcome denotes the standard of Algeria's will to further bolster relations at all levels. I'm determined, along with Minister Al-Amamra, to explore further means of promoting cooperation and identify other sectors for a better exchange. We are aware of Algeria's key role in the South-South relations, so we want to benefit from its experience. Our relations date back to a long time, more precisely since 1962, just after the two countries' independence. There is always room for promoting relations, and that's what we want in the near future. All in all, we are very satisfied.
The Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad Minister Ramtan Al-Amamra also received his Burundian counterpart Albert Chingero. The two parties, or the two ministers, signed a cooperation agreement between the two countries. Albert Chingero was also received by the Health Minister Abdelrahman bin Bouzid. The Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Lieutenant General Saeed Shingriha, carried out an inspection visit in Skikda province belonging to the 5th Military Region following the sweep and search operation in the Wad al-Douar forest. Manal Ammari has the details.
In the dynamic of the intense efforts provided by different units of our armed forces, as part of the fight against terrorism and in continuity of the search and sweep operation conducted in the Wad al-Douar forest near the Benizid municipality in the Kolo locality in Skikda province, belonging to the 5th Military Region. Detachments of the National People's Army captured on March 16, 2022, 7 terrorists and discovered the corpse of one other terrorist injured during the last operation conducted on February 19th, and recovered 8 Kalashnikov-type submachine guns, considerable quantities of ammunition, and other artifacts. To this effect, the Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Lieutenant General Saeed Shingriha, immediately headed to the military operations area, accompanied by Major General Nuruddin Hambli, commander of the 5th Military Region, where he inspected the military units that participated in this quality operation. The Chief of Staff addressed on the spot the military personnel who showed courage and bravery, praising this heroic operation before transmitting the greetings and congratulations of the President of the Republic, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense. The Chief of Staff wished them more success in their future work and urged them to continue with the same determination and enthusiasm to eradicate the scourge of terrorism in our country. Later on, the Lieutenant General inquired about the working conditions of these units' operational system before providing the personnel with guidance while imploring them to make greater efforts to preserve the security of our country and its citizens and to continue the fight against terrorist groups with determination and pride towards the sacred duty. It should be noted that the terrorists captured during this operation were identified as follows: Leslous Madani, so-called Sheikh Asim Abu Hayyan, Mufti General of terrorist groups, who joined the terrorist groups in 1994, bin Tayyib Youssef, also known as Usama Abu Sufyan al-Nighasi, Emir of the terrorist group, who joined in 1996, Zarruq Bilqasem, alias Abu Anas, who joined the groups in 2005, Billawi Muhammad, also known as Zarqawi Abu Ubaida, who joined in 2007, Zammouri Abdel Haq, so-called Al-Hajj, who joined the terrorist group in 2003, bin Hamida Rashid, alias Hufayda, who joined in 1996, Jilali Abdel Qadir, known as Musa, who joined the group in 2015, while the corpse discovered was identified as terrorist Zuin Muhammad, so-called Muqdad, who joined the terrorist groups in 1995. The results of this operation are added to the results of the operation which ended on February 19th with the elimination of 7 terrorists and the recovery of 6 Kalashnikov-type submachine guns, a sniper rifle, and considerable quantities of ammunition, leading to the extermination of this criminal group, which sowed terror for years in this region. These convincing results reiterate once again the determination and resolution of the units engaged in the fight against terrorism to cleanse our country of the residues of terrorist groups and eradicate this scourge from our national territory.
Pursuant to the instructions of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, and after consulting the scientific committee in charge of monitoring the evolution of the coronavirus pandemic and the Health Authority, the Prime Minister, Ayman bin Abdurrahman, adopted on Thursday new measures related to the health conditions applicable to travelers entering the national territory starting from Sunday, March 20th, 2022. The requirement for a vaccination pass valid for less than 9 months, a PCR test of less than 72 hours for non-vaccinated people is also required, while the antigenic test upon the arrival is no longer demanded. The Interior Minister, Kamal Beljoud, chaired a coordination meeting with the governors via video conference to instruct about the arrangements made by his department to take the necessary measures to ensure providing citizens with basic foodstuffs during this holy month of fasting, while respecting the preventive health measures. The minister stressed the need of solidarity and completing the pending projects. In the parliamentary activity, a plenary session was devoted on Thursday to oral questions at the National People's Assembly. The sectors concerned are interior, communication, agriculture, housing, labor, and health. The Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad Minister Ramtan Al-Amamra supervised at the headquarters of the Foreign Affairs Ministry the commemoration ceremony of the Victory Day, which coincides each year with March 19th. A wreath of flowers was laid and the Fatiha, or the opening chapter of the Holy Quran, was recited in memory of the Shuhada or martyrs. This commemoration took place in the presence of the advisor of the President of the Republic, the families of former Mujahideen or war veterans, and diplomats, namely Qaid Ahmed, known as Commander Sliman, and Tayyib Boulahruf. We have been talking for months about the Mediterranean Games in Iran. It is finally the countdown, and the province has celebrated the event with colorful festivities. Leticia Sidqawi with the details.
It is in the Sidi Mohammed Garden, in the heart of Iran, that the festivities to celebrate the 100 days countdown to the Mediterranean Games took place.
We participated in this big celebration that is not only celebrated in Oran province, but in all of Algeria. We hope to live up to the expectations and to well represent the province of Oran. We consider this countdown event as a test event.
An event that is held in a festive ambience, welcoming even citizens from other provinces. I thank the President of the Republic who follows closely the preparations. As you can see, everyone is concerned. The local authorities, the organizing committee, and even the civil society. We want the Mediterranean Games to be a success for our country.
I'm honored to announce the official kickoff of this big sports celebration.
The challenge has officially kicked off, and every single citizen or athlete is called upon to keep doing their utmost to ensure the success of this eagerly awaited event.
Still in Oran, to shed light on a company that has heavily invested in building medium-sized boats and has achieved a big success. Leticia Sabqawi once again.
Here at the Port of El-Bahia is based the unit under the company Renov, specialized in the construction, repairing of ships and their maintenance. Versatile thanks to its know-how, this company does not hesitate to get on with all the means that allow it to be in tune with the modern techniques in shipbuilding. In recent years, the company has carried out major projects. As an example, recently we built a mooring boat for the port of Skikda. Renov has launched the construction of 5 mooring boats to bring an added value to the national economy and at the same time reduce the import bill. We even aim to launch the construction of medium-sized vessels. Nothing is left for chance. Everything must be refurbished before being put in the water. Pampered boats by the employees of this naval unit who have been trained at the Vocational Training Center of the province of Iran, which allowed them to access all the specialties. Here at the port of Iran, 150 boats benefit from maintenance and repair. Shipbuilding and the repair of fishing vessels, as well as aquaculture, have given a noticeable impetus to the national economy.
Here, another sector that could create thousands of job opportunities, namely agriculture, which faces, however, a lot of constraints, as revealed in the closing day of the Safex exhibition. More details with Rania Al-Bahri.
More and more farmers are attracted by the agro-food industry. This sector can create hundreds of thousands of jobs. Farmers made agricultural transformation based on local know-how and short circuits to further develop this activity. We have recently embarked on the agro-food processing industry. We produced canned peppers and tomatoes. This industry will allow us to avoid post-harvest losses. We market our products through 40 provinces. Processing industry has allowed us to create several direct and indirect job opportunities. A promising sector, but the farmers complain about several difficulties, especially at the level of the banks. We encounter a lot of hindrances at the level of the banks, in particular concerning the processing of files to get bank loans. We hope that the concerned authorities grant us more facilitation. The 20th edition of the International Agriculture Exhibition, Livestock and Agro-Industry Sispa Filaha has allowed many farmers to forge partnership relations with industrialists active in the field for the development of agricultural products, which will allow them to market them and avoid post-harvest losses.
The Algerian television inaugurated a new headquarters to the benefit of the 4th channel, which will be able from now on to diversify its program due to the facilities available. The 4th channel, broadcasting in Tamazight language, has played a key role in informing citizens throughout the country as part of the national media strategy worked out by state authorities and the national television. That was it for our news edition. Thank you for tuning in to our program. Good night.